you are following the news surrounding Apple recently, you probably heard the company's plan to switch to ARM-based Mac computers. It's a big deal because ARM chips are almost exclusively used for mobile devices right now, and the move will give Apple more control over their own product. Well, that's all good, but now it seems putting everything in ARM's basket might not be as profitable as Apple is hoping. Reports claiming that ARM is planning to increase its licensing fees for the future deals with manufacturers. According to sources, the price hike will vary depending on the client. Obviously, it can be as high as 4 times. Man, mind you, ARM partners includes not only Apple but also Samsung, Qualcomm, Huawei and MediaTek. Yeah, the licensing fee is only a part of what makes up for the final cost of a chip, but even so, a 4-time increase is bound to make an impact. I just talked in my recent episode that Qualcomm will introduce around $100 price increase on the Snapdragon 875 chipset. Chips are already one of the most expensive parts in the smartphone like displays, and the change in their pricing will definitely affect smartphone prices across the board as well. That Apple's commitment to develop ARM-based chips for all of its products has given them an opportunity to increase the licensing fees. So what's next? Well, here comes the competition. The insider also reports that some companies are already considering alternatives to ARM-based chips. However, even if they decided to go for it, a comparable technology will take several years to develop to that level, and billions of investment on top of that. Ultimately, paying the higher fees might prove to be a cheaper option, at least as of now. Before moving on to another news, please subscribe this WhattaTech channel and like this video. I appreciate that. So now, Qualcomm recently unveiled its latest flagship chipset, the 865 Plus, which is an upgraded variant of the 865 SoC from last year. Now the company is gearing up to launch its next flagship chipset, the 875. And a Weibo user has shared an image showcasing Qualcomm's product planning for the upcoming chipsets. It reveals that Snapdragon 662 and Snapdragon 460 SoC will be launched in the 4th quarter of this year. Further, the Snapdragon 875G and 435G will be unveiled in Q1 2021, and the 735G is expected to get launched somewhere in between Q1 and Q2 next year. We can expect the 875 to get announced in December this year, similar to the previous flagship chipset launch from the company. The leak also reveals the 875G and 735G are manufactured using Samsung's 5nm EUV process, which increases performance by 10% and reduces power consumption by 20%. That's a good improvement, but not that drastic, right? Well, Qualcomm is expected to use combination of Cortex X1 Supercore and Cortex A78 Large Core for its upcoming Snapdragon 875G chipset. With such architecture, the chipset could break performance records when it comes to chipset powering Android smartphones. The leak also reveals Qualcomm's latest rival, MediaTek, is also set to launch Dimensity 600 chipset in the 3rd quarter of this year. It has been reported that Taiwan-based company has received a large number of orders for the upcoming chipset. So Snapdragon kept that in mind while pricing, as MediaTek started producing high-performing chips at very lower cost. So that is it for now. If you like this kind of presentation and quality contents I'm making, please hit the like button and please do subscribe or watch my other videos. Bye and take care.